All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Military Surplus Brothers. Today we've got a very unique piece of hardware in front of you. This is the model 1892 French Lebel revolver. Or actually, Lebel was never actually involved in the design of this revolver, but that's the name that it kind of gets from the collector market. This particular specimen here is a 1904 production. You can actually see that on the barrel here if you zoom in there, and hopefully that's focusing. It's a little bit hard to see, but on the barrel right there. So this gun, as of today, is somewhere around 112 years old, but my goodness is it a shooter. It is in a kind of a unique caliber as well, so something you can't exactly go down to Walmart and buy. I had to find some of this out on the internet, and the box is not in the best shape, but that's what you can find. So Fiocchi 8mm Lebel, the actual caliber is typically called 8 French Ordnance, but it does also get the misnomer caliber 8 Lebel, which is really a rifle round, but you know, again, collector market has named it that, so you get that name a lot. It is sort of a unique firearm. You'll notice that it does have a swing out cylinder, but a lot of you are going to go like, that looks really wrong because it swings out to the right. The reason for this is that you were intended to, as a cavalry member, be holding it in your left hand and use your gross motor skills here and your fine motor skills on your right hand to load. So you would take this out the side and then load that in. It is also a hand ejector model, so you can eject your cases very quickly. There's no need for a punch out rod, for example, but it does go back in there and close, and you have single action option as well as a double action option there. I'm going to load it up with 6 shots. Let's see what we can do. All right, one note about the ammo for this revolver. Starts life as a black powder cartridge. Looks like it'd be pretty powerful. Honestly, it resembles a 38 Special or something to that nature, but it's really not very powerful. The 32-ish caliber round is basically equivalent to, ironically, 32 Auto, which was also issued quite widely in the French Army around the time of World War I, where this would have been used the most. Something like a Ruby semi-auto, that kind of thing, coming out of Spain, or some production in France as well. But these were, for example, typically a commissioned officer's revolver. There's something on the order of 350,000 or so of these made, so they're not particularly common, but you do see them out there occasionally. Now, loading for this revolver is very, very easy. Let's say you are empty or had not loaded the gun. It would start like that. You'll open the loading gate there, push the cylinder out to the right. Again, very odd for American shooters. You're going to load up individual rounds, 6 total, here, into the cylinder. Now, they did make speed loaders for these, but they're not particularly available, and when you do find them, they are very expensive, is my understanding. It is a hand ejector, so when you are empty, you can actually throw all of them out at once. But let's go over here to the steel plates and see what we can do. All right. Once you are loaded up, you'll close your cylinder in here, you'll close your loading gate, and you're ready to fire. Now, this gun has single action and double action options, so we're going to try single action first, and then we'll take the last 3 in double action and see what we can do. The gun has been very accurate for me, so we'll see how it does today. If it makes a liar out of me, that'll just be very French of it. All right, single action first, in the World War I style. There we go. Got 1, 2. Let's go for the small plate in the middle here on single action. I missed it. All right, we'll take the rest of these double action. So you have to pull the trigger a little harder and all the way back for this one. There's 1. I missed that one. I'll take 1 more on that plate. All right, so that's all 6. When you're done with your load, you take it out to the right, and again, it's a hand ejector, so you've got a little plunger on the front here that pushes all of them out. You just turn it over and dump them out. That's it. So you'll load 6 more up. Let's go to the Texas Star and see what we can do. Okay, again, loading procedure pretty easy. Just open the loading gate, push the cylinder out to the right there, load individual rounds as you're turning in here. Again, there was a better solution for this, but it's very expensive, and speed loaders for this gun are not readily available, at least not the proper historic ones anyway. 5 and 6. Close her back up, close the loading gate, we're ready to go. Put my ears back on here, and let's see if we can clear a Texas Star. All right. That's pretty good. Very good, Frenchie. All right, we'll try lightning round here. French revolver on 5 plates as fast as possible. I'll try double action, and that will probably not go well because that is not my thing. But we'll see what we can do here. All right, six rounds of 8mm French Ordnance loaded up. Let's see what we can do here. All right. Put one on the middle. Ooh. I'm really happy with that. That's impressive. Hey, sometimes to be accurate, you need a double action French revolver, and I would not have thought that. Okay, welcome to the field stripping and disassembly portion of this video. We're going to look at how to do your basic maintenance on your MLE 1892 revolver. Now, we've got a fairly simple system here. Again, loading gate, folding out cylinder, you know, similar to what you would see on most guns today, again, although except it's going out on the right side here. That's pretty simple, not very difficult to deal with there. What we want to look at is how you clean the insides. Now, when you've got this out, you can of course scrub each chamber, which I would recommend, and you can do the bore as you would do on any normal revolver. However, the model 1892 is actually remarkably simple in the sense of how you have to take it apart. So you really only have one main screw that you've got to deal with, and that's this one right here. So once you remove this screw, and you just give it a few turns, it is a captive screw, so there's really no way for you to lose it wonderfully. The French had that good idea in mind. You'll close your cylinder here, close your loading gate so the cylinder is retained, flip that over, and you have a gate here that opens all the way that way. So now I'm going to flip this around here for you guys to see. You'll remove this grip panel here from the firearm, place that somewhere you won't lose it, and now we can see with fairly glorious detail all the internal working of this firearm. Now, first thing to note, you can see, and this is going to be right here. This is the disconnect for the cylinder. If you close or open your cylinder gate, it does disconnect the hammer, so the hammer is no longer able to fire while the loading gate is open. You can still cock it, however, it will not actually allow the hammer to fall all the way. Once you have closed your loading gate and you have your cylinder back in, it will disconnect that there, so now you can have full travel of your hammer. You have it on full cock here. Notice that there is no half cock position for this pistol. Again, French military safeties are a little questionable. Don't load this thing unless you intend to fire, basically. The loading gate is itself a safety, but again, then your pistol is not all in one piece, and you know, you run the risk of the cylinder falling out and that kind of thing. So just keep that in mind. Now, the parts of this gun are numbered for disassembly. This is a bit difficult to see, so I'll take a little photo here. The spring is marked as number 1, so you'd remove that first. You have your hammer assembly marked as number 2. Let's see, where's number 3? Number 3 is in here somewhere. The trigger itself is number 4, and so on and so forth, and there are a few other numbers as well, I think, if you get deeper in here. But the system is wonderfully simple, you know, as is apparent here. But you can see everything working in time. If you want to see an animation of this, C and Arsenal has done a wonderful job of this. They have a full video on the whole mechanics of this pistol, which are actually, again, remarkably simple. We can go through the whole sequence here again. Cocked hammer, which pulls back the trigger. It engages on the sear. You pull this here, and it drops the hammer. That's full travel there, and it resets and has a rebounding hammer so that it doesn't stay in there. Alright, that's your full disassembly. Once you want to put your revolver back together, you'll reinsert your grip panel there. You'll close your gate here, there, flip over there, and screw this one screw back in, ensuring that there is some pressure from the other side. Again, righty-tighty. And your revolver is now reassembled and in good working condition, I should note. And that's basically how you take your 1892 apart and back together. And now it's time for the lightning round, where we try to see if I can clear a plate rack with an old gun. So again, today we've got the 8mm model 1892 revolver from France. Let's see what we can do. We got 6 shots, so we got 6 plates, and apparently I can't count because I only had 5 shots on the table. So now we've got 6 shots. Let's see what we can do here. All right, here we go. Close her up, ready to go. And since we're at a little bit longer distance here, I'm going to take single action. Here we go. Up, a little high, a little high. There we go. Up. Low. I'm out. Okay, so since we've got load, I'm going to get 2 more. Let's say since I'm French, I'm going to get 3 more rounds. Despite what is imagined, these actually were used a little bit more often than you might think. So here we go. Okay, there's empty. Here we go. 3 more. Here we go. Ah. And I'm out. Okay. Drop those out. Take one more. Here we go. Okay. Last one. Here we go. Got it. All right. Hey, for a 112-year-old revolver, it ain't bad. I ought to get rid of my Glock and start carrying this thing. But just to put a little bit more credence to that, let's put this thing on paper and see how small a group I can shoot with. All right, we're going to put 12 rounds of 8mm French Ordnance on this target here. We're at a reasonable combat distance of about 10 yards, much further away than that, honestly, and you're kind of getting further away than you should be using a handgun for. So we should take out our actual Lebel revolver for that one, or Lebel rifle, more like. But let's see what we can do here. I'm going to see if I can put it in the smallest group possible. We'll do one group with single action, and we'll do 6 shots with double action, and just kind of look at the groups there, okay? We'll go center of mass. All right, single action first. Okay, so I think I jerked one there. That's our first set of 6. Rounds all drop out freely. Gotta say, for a 112-year-old revolver, it works really quite well. Okay, it's 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now we'll do these double actions, so see what we can get out of that. All right, here we go. There's 6. All right, looks like I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go in here and see what we've got. All right, hey, out of 12 shots, that's pretty phenomenal accuracy, actually, for a gun that's, again, over 100 years old. We got all 12 shots within the 8 ring here. Pretty impressive. I'm going to let cameraman Bob shoot around a 6, and we'll see if he can put him in the head here. Just FYI, he's pretty good at shooting a revolver. He's used to Smith & Wessons, but we'll see what he can do. And he's actually informing me off camera now that we only have 5 shots, so we'll see what he can do here. Put him in the head here. All right, Bob, let's see how you did. All right, Bob, well, you gave the guy a haircut, but that group was very, very small. So, hey, good job. Obviously, you shoot a revolver better than I do. All right, so in summation, I think we can say the model 1892 Saint Etienne revolver is pretty fantastic. If you're looking for something to collect, these are very well-made guns. Not a lot of them out there. You can look to find them around the 400 to 500 if you're really lucky, sometimes a little bit more than that. But hey, Gunbroker is a good place to look. If you guys like this kind of thing, you'd like to see more old guns, hey, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys again at Military Surplus Brothers.
Des yeux qui font baisser les miens, un rire qui se perd sur sa bouche. Voilà le portrait sans retouche de l'homme auquel j'appartiens. Quand il me prend dans ses bras et me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose.